Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one and only Miss Anna Quincoces and Mr. Ace Fanning.
Woo woo! Hello,
So happy.
everybody.
I've been wanting to do something with Ace for a long time because I'm such a fan of Ace. Like, seriously. You remember when I told you about Sister Wives?
Yes.
Like how obsessed I was, David, and how I thought I should be a sister wife because, it kind of could help out with having to like have sex all the time or cook all the time or deal with the kids. But honestly, love should be multiplied, not divided, right, Ace?
Yeah, I think the thing is though, like if you're going off the way that Cody Brown and the Browns did it, you would just be more miserable. I mean, you would go from having any sex to no sex and having a husband to just being alone in your empty
Yeah.
house with your children. And
Well,
honestly, one of the wives moved into like this dilapidated apartment at one point. Like they've been on TV for how many years and she's living in the shitty apartment.
I
It's
know.
it's
You're
not
talking
all
about
cracked up.
Janelle.
Yes, so
I
depressing.
love Janelle.
I know she deserves so
What?
much more.
I just I would like to be one of them because I think I can take Robin. I feel like he'd forget all about Robin, you know?
Well, you do have a Sister Wives podcast, Ace. I mean, Anna, do you know though? Do you know your sister wives from your Thousand Pounders? You know, Tammy
Yes,
Slayton, the Thousand
yes,
Pound.
yes. It's not the same. It's not the same.
You're deep into the TLC, huh?
You know what it is? I watched it and then I was looking for a podcast because I wanted to hear more. And then I came across Aces first and I loved it. And I listened to everything, like binged it. And then I went to other ones and they suck because they have like Ace doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care. He only wants people on there that get him. And so I love that.
Think
He
I
insults
appreciate
not
that.
he just if people get offended, you're at the wrong in the wrong podcast. And I love that. Yeah.
Well, all I have to say about TLC is I have two words, Micah Plath. I have nothing else to
Oh,
say. Drop the
What?
mic.
we
Micah Plath.
as
Oh,
I mean, this is probably going to come as a shock to people, but I'm actually a married straight man. But even for Micah Plath, I would give it up. It's universal. This man is the most gorgeous man to walk the earth.
Anna, treat
I don't know who
yourself.
he is. I don't
Well,
know who I literally only went on this because of Sister Wives.
when you get off this podcast, just put on your list of things to do today. Look up Micah Plath on Instagram and you'll
Okay.
call me and thank me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll look him up. I'll look him up.
Look him up. Well, listen, before we talk more TLC, I mean, why don't we just dive right into like, recently, a few weeks ago, Alexia, it was announced that Alexia is getting a divorce. Todd has filed for a divorce from Alexia. Real Housewives of Miami. I have a question before we even start, Anna, for you. I'm gonna have questions for both of you. Feel free to jump in anytime,
I've
Ace.
already
But
gotten in so much trouble on social media for sharing something with my daughter in her DMs, and she's such a little that it's there's nothing sacred, and she just posted it, and then now the bloggers picked it up, and they're like, whatever, up
people
and up,
are always watching, right?
always, always, yeah.
How long, this really is a question. I mean, I've known you forever, but like, how long have you known Alexia? Like, is it from the show or did you know her like before
No,
you were on the show
oh
together?
no, I knew. Let's say I knew Alexia since she was like 15 years old.
Really?
She's from Miami. And then, yeah, I knew of her. I've been in places with her. We were not friends. We lived completely different lives. She took the cocaine Barbie route, and I did the nerdy, go to law school, have kids, and well, she had kids with her uh, ex-con husband. But yeah, I've known her for a long time. That's why it's so funny that to me all her behavior is so predictable. She's so textbook, I swear to God, I think that I am Cambridge Analytica. Do you remember when they used to be able to predict how people would vote and how people would do everything? Like I have this cubby system where I believe there's a finite type of people in the world and they each belong in a cubby, myself included, by the way. And then you'll meet people that are just like me, like a little obnoxious, a little bit uppity, a little bit whatever, but deep inside, like a good person and very whatever. And then we all belong in one cubby. And then, like you like somebody like you. I know other people like you, not exactly like you, but so I think that she belongs in the typical Miami you know, 80s, hanging around with the wrong crowd and making bad decisions, Cubby.
I think that it's so interesting that you took such an educational route with that, because I think of myself as like a Miss Cleo. Like I just make this shit up and I just, if it's right, I'm like, see, look, I told you all. And if it's wrong, I just pretend I never said it.
You never said it. Right.
No,
Didn't I?
even if it's recorded, I never said it.
Right.
See, I'm like somewhere in the middle of the two because people always say to me, like 2 seasons ago, I said last season, Melissa Gorga is 100% being fired from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now that didn't happen at the moment. I'm a human being. I'm wrong. I mean, are you not going to listen to me now because I was wrong? People are always like,
yeah, we're going to stop listening to you. We're going to stop listening to you. What is that shit?
But also,
I mean, you promised us a firing and we want it.
I'm a huge flip-flopper too. I can hate someone one day and the next day I am going to battle for them.
I get called out for being a flip-flopper all the time. And I'm like, I'm a flip-flopper. It's called being a human being. 1 week, Teresa acts like an asshole. The next week, Melissa acts like an asshole. That's called each. You don't have a team. There's no team here, right? So I'm right with you, Ace.
Yeah.
I have such a soft spot for Teresa. I have no idea why. I know that she's a hot mess, but I just feel I guess I feel bad for her because Louis, and you know, Louis's already slipped into Alexia's DMs. That shit happened.
You think?
Oh yeah. Listen, I know that Alexia denied that he ever tried to, you know, talk to her and tried to get with her. And I understand because she's friendly with Teresa, but that happened. 100% that happened.
I don't think Louis.
I'm not going to flip flop on this. I'm telling you.
I think Louis too broke for Alexia. Like she's gotten used to a certain type of lifestyle. I don't think Louis is going to provide that with his very red face.
With his very red face. Well, he has some new app or something.
It's probably
that he bought with Teresa's money.
And you think now that Alexia is apparently going to be on the market that Louis is going to slip into her DMs and say,
I think he'll slip into her DMs, but I don't believe, as much as I say some negative things about Alexia, by the way, she has said a lot of negative things about me. Let's not forget that part. I don't think she would go there. No, I don't. I do believe she has some standards.
Have you heard from her since? I'm just curious. You were on the show last season. You came in with a blaze. She called me after she called me after we recorded, and then we listen, that was a cluster. Yeah, you know. You could say fuck.
It was a clusterfuck. I am such a fool. Like, seriously, I know that I act like I'm smarter than the next guy, but I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to that stuff. The same producers who screwed me at the end of season 2 with the reunion and, you know, and they did all that stuff to me. It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm a fucking asshole. They did it again. You know, they did it again. And they kissed my ass and they whatever. I remember I didn't sign the release. It was an oversight. And then they like begged me and were